Hey there, little Ghosts and Ghoulies. I'm Thyme.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm JJ.
And you're clocking in for The Witching Hour, a podcast where we have a lot of opinions and we aren't afraid to share them. Today, we're talking about the iconic and life-changing novel Emma by Jane Austen, and its even more iconic and life-changing movie adaptation, the 1995 Clueless. So grab your elixir of choice and settle in. We've got a lot to share. I want to start this episode, like every episode, with a hot take. And I want to hear about y'all's least favorite relationship trope in media.
Prize or accidental pregnancy.
I'm gonna say accidental pregnancy, or the I'm pregnant and now we're gonna make it work and now we're in love. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, that one's a little nasty. It doesn't feel very pro-choice. Sometimes it feels a little like, oh no, I've tested positive for baby and now I have to have. There's no other option. I must give birth.
It's like COVID. Oh, darn.
Oh, we had sex yesterday and suddenly, baby, there's no other option. There's nothing we can do. There's no medication. There's no procedure. We must have baby.
Okay, connected to that, I also hate sex as punishment, or withholding sex as punishment, because I just watched all of Bridgerton, and it happens multiple times where they're like, you did something I don't like, so you're gonna live in the same damn house as me, but I'm not gonna fuck you. I'm gonna sleep on the settee. And it's like, no, that's not what. And it's always the man too. Seriously, Colin Bridgerton, fuck off. Okay, Penelope could have anybody.
Precisely.
Get your ass
Let me tell
off
you
the
something.
couch. Go fuck your wife.
Precisely. And it really pissed me off with the Duke in season 1.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Go ahead and eat shit. Okay? Okay? Go ahead and eat shit. I think using sex as a weapon in any way, shape, or form is grimy to me. Yeah. It's a little nasty. And I don't love it, but it's also not my business, I guess. But I don't like it.
Yeah, but also stop.
Yeah, maybe stop. Maybe stop that. My least favorite relationship trope is we're fake dating and then we become that we're real dating.
No, I love that one.
Love that one.
I would like to say why I don't like it.
Okay.
It happened to me in real life, and I will go ahead and tell the tale. So, freshman year of high school, I was in theater. I had a sprained ankle. Okay, the reason that's funny is it's not in this episode, but I will tell you, people at home, we were talking about how we all have ankles that crack because we all sprained them in middle school, high school. And mine just so happens to coincide with the reason why I hate fake dating to real dating. Anyways.
This was all a setup.
It wasn't, I swear to God it wasn't. It's all true, please. Anyway, so I was in theater and there was this older individual who was a junior. Ooh. And we were the only two queers. The only two. Count them 1, 2. That were out and or not taken already, right? So we were the only two single queers. Put it that way. And
there's no way that there were only 2 queer people in theater.
No, well, especially not my town. In my town, everyone's queer.
Yeah.
But at that time, in the year of our Lord 2015, it was a little shaky. Anyway, but we were friends, as close as friends as you can be, a freshman and a junior in theater. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, you two should date. You should date. Wouldn't it be so cute if you dated? Oh my God, stop, date. Or else we'll kill you. I'll do it. I have a knife. I'll kill you right now. And it was like that every day, every rehearsal. So one time we were changing into our costumes and it was just us two. And I remember I was like, it would be so funny if we if we pretended to date and then everyone would freak out and then we'd be like, ha, I got you. And he was like, Wait, that's so funny. That's so funny. Ha ha ha. And so the way we did this was we were rehearsing on stage and the whole like cast was there and this was like a big show, so there's like 50 people. And I was standing on stage and he came up on stage and kissed me right on the mouth. Mind you, the directors are there, adults, other people. Let me tell you something right now. As an adult who worked in a school and helped a little with the theater production, if I was sitting there and I just saw kids making it on stage, oh, I'm running out of the building and I'm never coming back. Anyway, that's not important. We're fake dating, fake whatever, right? Time goes on. Suddenly we're real dating. And we have a conversation and he's like, you know, I know this was a joke, but like, I really think I like you. And I was like, that's crazy because me too. And so we started real dating, right? And we're holding hands everywhere and going on little dates. And then the show ended. And I'm not kidding you. The day after it ended, he broke up with me.
Oh.
It was really shitty. So that's why I don't like the show.
Okay, that is also just so high school that it's like, wait, you're queer. Do you know this queer person? You should
It
like
is. It is. Yeah.
smash your faces together. It'd be cute.
Yeah. And then we did. And it was. And then it wasn't.
You know what? I hope he's listening to this episode right now. Look, I'm so dumb. Look at you got a podcast.
Really missing out.
Playing Grand Theft Auto right now alone.
Was that a Taylor Swift
Me
reference?
I'm
sometimes.
Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, I fucking knew it was a Taylor Swift. Get out of here. Leave. Me and Thyme are doing the rest of this episode by ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't
You're
even like Jane
fired.
Austen, so fuck you.
So listen, speaking of this episode,
Yeah, I was wondering when this was going to come out.
Clueless, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know her. Never seen her.
What?
Yeah, never. Clips, sure. Whole thing, no. Alicia Silverstone's face annoys me. So never seen Clueless. And until yesterday, I thought we were talking about 10 things I hate about you today.
You're joking. You're joking.
Nope. My awareness of the movie Clueless starts and ends with blonde girl, yellow plaid skirt holding a phone, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, movie poster.
I
I guess you could say I'm clueless.
I hate
I
you.
guess you could say you're fucking dead to me is the thing. I don't even do you know how many times I've seen this fucking movie? Because
Listen,
I
thought about
don't.
watching it. I thought about watching it today, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna pretend. I've never seen Clueless. So you're gonna educate me today.
Well, and then you're gonna fucking watch it.
We'll see.
No, you're gonna fucking watch it.
Here's the
I'll meet
thing,
you out back
though.
behind the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
No,
maybe behind the
listen.
7-Eleven.
Listen, I don't know if JJ's going to like it.
I don't give a fuck is
Oh.
my thing.
But isn't it basically just Mean Girls? Because I love Mean Girls.
No,
No.
not at all.
Mind you, I said no like that was a negative thing. I also love Mean Girls, but it's a different
It's
thing.
not. It's completely different.
It's a completely different thing. Why don't we just get into it? Well, because here's my thing. JJ, you like messy drama.
I love messy drama. Are you kidding me?
Well, then you'll fucking love this.
Okay,
This
I'll
is
think about it.
the messy drama anyway.
Wait, have you seen the new Emma with Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yes.
Unbelievable. You'll
Yes,
see that.
Because, well, listen, I also don't really like to watch Emma. It's all right. But the first Emma that I ever saw was the Gwyneth Paltrow one, and Gwyneth Paltrow also annoys the hell out of me.
What's
Oh, I
going
had to
on?
watch- I had to watch that for school.
Oh, it was horrible.
I thought it was cute. Who
It's
do
like-
I know where Emma is their favorite Jane Austen? It's not one of you two, is it?
No,
It
my
is-
favorite Jane Austen is putting the book in the fire.
You need to get away from me. Take 10 steps back. Leave your microphone here. I can't do this anymore. This, okay, I know we really went all out for this recording studio in LA, but it really is just a closet, and you're so close to me right now, and it's pissing me off. Like, you, for your own safety, I need you to back up
Listen, I could have pulled a time
Further.
and been like,
further.
I hate this. I've never seen it. But I didn't say that, did I? I've just never seen it. And Alicia Silverstone's face bothers me.
You need the 7-Eleven right now, and I mean it. Let's get into this. I'm here to
do it.
either change your mind or kill you, and there's no other option here.
Oh, good luck leading episode 14, Sarah.
So Y'all, this might be the last episode of the podcast. Just letting you know. I'm just kidding. I love that that's the one where I'm like, just kidding. Haha. Everything else, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I will murder you, but we're only kidding about this
But
being the end of the podcast.
yeah, we'll keep going. We'll find a way. Don't worry.
We'll find a replacement.
Yeah.
A replacement who likes Jane Austen.
Yes. It's a prerequisite, actually. So, Emma is a classicist and romantic novel written by Jane Austen and published anonymously in 1815 because she's a woman. And while there were women who did publish straight up with their name in the 1800s in England, she was not one of them because she said, you know what? I don't need this right now. Obviously, after she died, she got her credit. Whatever. She got her coin while she was alive, and that's all that matters to me.
Okay, genuine question though, because I
Yeah.
don't know, like, I don't really know the backstory about Jane Austen. How do we know that it was actually her if she was publishing anonymously?
Pretty sure she has the drafts and stuff, like her
So like
estate.
they found like she like has.
Well, I'm
they
also
have-
pretty sure, like, the publishing company knew who she was
Okay.
or something,
I'm,
or
like,
some
just
family
genuine
knew. Someone knew something, and I'm pretty sure she had records.
That's just genuine question.
Is my
because I don't
thinking.
know.
That, first of all, let me just claim.
Yeah.
I don't actually know, but that would be my guess.
We can do a seance later. We'll call her up.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Catch y'all at the witching hour. 3 a.m. Let's go. So, and then it was also written towards the end of the Napoleonic Wars, which saw England under siege of France. It was a time of fear and specifically not a time of whimsy and fun. Okay, keep that in mind. Despite this, Austen shows a peaceful and carefree England. And when I say peaceful and carefree, I mean it. Nothing is going on in the country of England in this book. It is straight up just vibes. And it's
Okay.
crazy.
Might be very stupid for only just now realizing this, but I think that's why I like it, Jane Austen, so much. Because I wish I lived in that version of reality where nothing is going
agree.
on. It's just vibes. You break your ankle at a neighbor's house and you just move in for a couple of months. Like, that is my dream, actually.
I'm right
That
there
was a
with
Wuthering
you.
Heights reference, by the way. Not
Yeah, I
even Jane
got it.
Austen.
Yeah.
I got it.
Then why are you
but-
sitting there with your little, like...
Because it also
Because
happens.
she's
in
a fucking
sensibility,
hater.
but-
She's a fucking hater and she needs to be stopped. Is why.
I know what happens in Jane Austen, too. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
You think
But
that
also,
I'm just
no.
somebody who doesn't know what's going on. I know exactly what I'm doing, okay?
So that's sort of the cultural climate background here. So this was written, Napoleonic Wars, big deal. To me, if I'm theorizing, if I'm using my noggin, it makes a lot of sense that this was written during a time of like strife. Because it truly is like good vibes and it's escapism, etc., etc., etc. But also, I will say, this story, high privilege, right? Upper class. Well, then I guess poor people weren't really reading anyway, though. So I guess it was written for like the upper and middle classes.
That I
But
don't
let's-
know. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think there were a lot of people who weren't really literate at
Well,
that
and
time.
even if they were literate, they were not affording novels.
No, but they had like those penny papers and stuff,
Right.
and like the pulp novels and the what's it called?
Yeah,
The serials.
But I don't think this was published in that manner, unless it was.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Let's get into the summary. Let's get into the story, the meat, if you will. Emma.
Mhm.
Let me talk about Emma. Emma Woodhouse, being the protagonist, is a rich, privileged, and cunty young woman with a keen eye for matchmaking.
Please tell me Jane Austen calls her cunty. Please tell me.
If Jane Austen's real name is Thyme, then yes. But Emma uses the marriage of her governess, which for everyone out of the know is just like a platonic stepmom, right? Okay.
Is that what a governess is?
Yeah. Yeah. In this book, it
Kind
is.
of.
Okay, because I don't think
So,
that's
like,
always the
'cause-
case.
Emma's dad is a widow, right? Or in just some way, shape, or form single. And her governess is not at all like in relation with him, but is fully raising her, you know?
That's pretty common, like the way that a
Yeah.
governess is presented.
She uses the marriage of her governess to her new husband as validation in her claims of being a good matchmaker, right? So, like, she gets married, and Emma's like, I did that. Yes, I did in fact do that. That was all me. The thing is, it wasn't at all, but that's fine. We're all a little delusional at the end of the day. But with her newfound confidence, she decides to take on the lower-born Harriet Smith as her new project. Okay? Lower-born, the undercrust of society. Harriet
I hate
Smith.
that.
Harriet is poor. Harriet is a little ugly. Harriet does not serve cunt. Harriet is long for Harry, right? Um, so that's where we're at.
Hold on. Huh? Can you tell me what those words mean?
She's like Anne of Cleves.
What words? What words do you need me to?
Long for Harry.
Like Harry's short for Harriet. Harriet's long for Harry.
Oh. Okay.
Listen.
I'm over here trying to figure out like what like queer slang you're saying because I'm like not cool and I don't know what words mean.
I'm not.
And you're just
any
making
queers.
shit up as usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah's like on her phone googling like RuPaul Drag Race Harriet long for Harry.
I got it. I'm with it now.
So Harriet's gonna be her new project, right? Emma's so excited. She's pumped. She's like, time for round 2. However, Harry, if you will, already has a suitor in the form of a very nice farmer named Mr. Martin. Okay? However, Emma persuades Harriet to reject this professional agricultural scientist and instead pursue the neighborhood vicar. Okay?
Hot
Mr.
priest?
Elton.
Hot priest.
Mr. Elton? Not even a priest, though. Not even a priest. A priest assistant.
Close enough.
Not quite.
I bet
Not quite.
you.
So this man's name is Mr. Elton, unrelated to John, and he is an agricultural scientist. No, I'm lying.
No.
He's a vicar.
He's a priest assistant. We've already established this.
Mr. Martin is the agricultural scientist. So Emma's like, get away from that fucking farmer, you bitch. Go fuck this priest. And Harriet's like, okay, I guess. But Emma's brother-in-law, George Knightley, tells her to stop fucking around with people's lives, but she won't listen. She's not having it. She's doing her own thing. But it turns out Mr. Elton's moves for Harriet were actually for Emma, and this puts a massive stain on Emma and Harriet's relationship. Like, it's bad. This situation is so bad, so humiliating that Elton, unrelated to John, fully moves away to Bath, England. He's gone. He leaves. And Emma pledges right then and there to never, ever, ever play matchmaker ever again. And we were all better for it. This is not your talent, girly. Stop. Cease and desist. But now we're gonna get into a little more like convoluted part of the story. So I need you to bear with me. If you have questions, ask them. I might not have an answer. So a woman named Jane, unrelated to Austen.
Self-insert.
I would hope not, because Jane's a fucking bitch. I fucking hate Jane. Okay? Hate to say it. But Jane comes to town to visit her aunt, right? And Jane is in the upper crust of society. The Bradley upper crust, the third of society. Okay? Despite being in the upper crust, she has no wealth of her own. And she's expected to become someone's platonic stepmom. That's where her life is going. This is Jane.
Okay, so Jane's visiting her aunt. She's upper crust, no money, and now she has to become a platonic stepmom.
Right, because she was orphaned as a young child and has yet to wed, and the clock is ticking.
Spinster.
On her way. She's on her way to spinsterhood. With that being said, though, obviously that's like a drastic situation. Emma is jealous of Jane. Emma said, "Oh, Jane, I hate you. I want to be you so bad." Simply because Jane is more popular than Emma. Weirdo. Emma, ever the shit stirrer, also believes Jane to be leading an affair with one of her friend's husbands. Is there evidence for this? No, there isn't. Emma just loves drama.
I'm Sarah.
Emma is a dramatic little thing. She serves cunt. She's looking camp right in the eye. Emma's old... This part kills me. Emma's old governess's new husband's son, okay, from a previous marriage is also coming to town. Okay?
Her old governess's stepson.
Yes. But
Okay.
actual stepson, non-platonic. No. The Paul Rudd in this situation is George. George Knightley is Emma's brother-in-law.
Ugh, Paul is such a George.
Yeah. You
True
shut the hell
facts.
up.
And I'll say it again.
This guy's name is Frank Churchill. Churchill, if you
Cries
will.
or accidental
Any
No
relation to
pregnancy.
Winston?
relation to Winston. Unrelated to Winston. I do actually. Because I ghost
Mhm.
wrote this book. So, here's the thing about Frank Churchill. Emma loves this man. Emma wants this man. She thinks he's the absolute bee's fucking knees. George, Paul Rudd, if you will, who is her brother-in-law, fucking hates the guy. Wants him dead. He thinks he's a fake, phony poser with bad intentions and a worse disposition. He fucking hates Frank. He said, Frank? What kind of a name is Frank in England in 1815? Call him Francis, as God intended. So that's that, right? This, however, does not stop Frank from absolutely love bombing the goddamn shit out of Emma. And Emma just takes it. She's like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I want. Not a single grain of salt seen. He bombs love onto Emma, and Emma, open arms. Open arms, bring it to me. Show me to me, Rachel. Right? So she falls in love with this man, and they begin courting for marriage. But then it's a meme.
Green from Friends?
Nope. Nope.
Oh.
There was this video of this girl who sat her mom down on the couch and said, Jesus found in Ohio? And her mom immediately started crying and said, show me to me, Rachel. Show it to me, please. And it was, yeah. So that's what I was referencing. It's okay. You'll learn. You'll get better someday. Anyway, but it gets fucking bananas after
No, I
this
love that
because it turns
one.
out that Frank, okay,
Okay.
Frank Churchill, Francis, if you will, was fucking Jane on the side. And not even on the side, from the jump, from way before. So these two fellas came to town. They've been fucking. They're in love. Capital L love. But the problem is, Frank's family hates Jane. They said, you will not be marrying Jane. She's poor. She's a poor. You're not doing that. And
This
he
is all a
goes,
setup.
okay. So he keeps it a secret and he's courting Emma despite the fact that he is already in love and sullied by Jane. Interesting. Get ready for this. What's worse is George, Paul Rudd, told Emma that he suspected this whole thing before it all came out. So he smelled it with his little nose, with his little detective schnoz, if you will, and said, oh.
Like, there's
Emma
no way that there were only two queer people in theater.
really got JJ on that one.
Yeah.
Y'all
Picturing
can't
Paul
see
Rudd.
it. Well, that's what he did. He said, Emma,
He would
listen.
too.
He said, Emma, listen, this guy that you love so much, I can smell it on him. He's fucking Jane. And she went, I don't think so. I don't think so. You're just a loser. You're jealous. You're weird. But he was right. And this is soul crushing for Emma, obviously. And she was absolutely heartbroken. It keeps getting worse. Okay. The hill, down. Harriet lets slip to Emma that she's in love with George. Whoa. Emma's brother-in-law? You're in love with my brother-in-law? Emma freaks out about this. She's like, this is so fucking weird. Oh my god, what the fuck? She doesn't understand why she's freaking out about this. And then suddenly, bam! It hits her like the bus out of Mean Girls. She loves George. Emma loves George, her brother-in-law.
Wait. Is what? What? Like, wait. brother-in-law.
I'm
It's
waiting.
her sisters.
No, I have not. I don't know.
What I'm saying, like, is he
Let me look it up. Let me Google it. Yes. Ex-stepbrother in Clueless. No. Okay. George Knightley's Emma's friend, brother-in-law of her sister Isabella. Thank you.
okay?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, uh, that's okay. Mhm.
Trust
Yes.
me. Watch the Anya Taylor-Joy one because Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, Emma's got a sister, but she's older and married and gone. Like, she's
Like, dead?
moved. No, she's moved in
Oh.
with her husband, so she's, like, not in the picture.
Okay. Okay.
Was
Um,
that a Taylor Swift
Okay, wait.
reference?
Then that I has
Yeah, I
what
fucking knew it was a Taylor
what
Swift. Get out of here.
was the
Leave. Me and
word?
Thyme are doing the
I
rest
have
of this
even more
episode by
questions because
ourselves.
if her sister is gone, why
You're
is her
fired.
brother-in-law's brother brother-in-law's brother?
Yeah,
Why is her
I was
brother-in-law's
wondering
brother
when this
so
was
up
gonna
in
come
her
out.
business?
he, like, lives in the town, I guess.
I don't like this. Go on.
Sorry, I was just looking around to see if I had any fucks to give, and I don't. So, that's interesting.
It just
Um,
feels weird. It feels like a weird
well, it feels weird because
relationship.
it is a weird relationship. And that
Yeah.
continues in Clueless, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
So, anyway, she loves George. She has this realization, but oh fuck, Harriet loves George. So, Emma's like, mm, mhm, mm, thinking that George is going to confess his love to Harriet and start courting her. What?
I
Start
hate
courting her,
you.
etc., etc. But then, boom, he confesses his love for Emma instead. What? Oh my god! Ah! The crowd goes wild. um. So the book ends with Harriet and Mr. Martin, the agricultural scientist, getting married. Jane and Frank
Here's the thing,
getting married,
though.
and then Emma
No,
and George getting married.
listen. I
Everyone's
don't know
happy.
if
No
JJ's
one's
gonna like
upset,
it.
and all is well. Nope, and all is well in
Oh,
the English countryside. Speak.
It's so
no,
much just to
not at
get to a
all.
wedding.
It is a
And
lot.
it drives me insane.
It's
Like,
not.
I will
It's completely
say,
different.
I think so. Like, this is where my issue with Jane Austen like comes in, is that Emma could have just been a badass, strong, independent woman throughout the whole thing. Then
Wait,
she
have
starts to
you
get
seen the
feelings
new
for
Emma
basically
with
her
Anya
brother,
Taylor-Joy?
and I'm just not down with
Unbelievable.
that.
You'll see that.
But also,
It's not her brother. This is my thing, right? Here's my thing. Say I have a sister, and I've lived with my sister my whole life. And then say my sister turns like 23
Oh,
and gets married to some guy.
I had to watch that for school.
Okay? I don't know this
thought it
guy's
was
family
cute.
that well. I'm not dating
Who
him.
do I
I'm
know
not married to him.
where Emma is their favorite Jane
Oh, he's got a
Austen?
brother?
It's not one of
Cool.
you two. Is
Oh,
it?
his brother's hot?
It is.
Okay. I don't know him. I haven't known him my whole life. Known him when I was 18 or whatever. It's not. This is tamer than Clueless in that regard to me. Yeah.
other stuff
Ex
always
stepbrother.
gives me icks. Yeah.
It's ex stepbrother.
I don't know. I just feel
Anyway.
like it's a lot just to get to a wedding. I like the
But that's what's
convolutedness of it.
fun.
But like, why does everyone have to be happy at the end? That's not how life really is.
Well,
Sometimes you're
this
going to
book
die
was
sad and alone.
okay. This book was written in 1815. Well,
Like,
hold
I
on.
just,
Not too much because I am with JJ in the sense that I love a sad ending. But
I will
this
murder
was
you,
written in
but
1815,
we're only kidding about this
and
being
at
the
that
end of the
time, books
podcast.
typically had happy endings, period. And also, it was during a war.
I mean,
So,
at
like,
least
you
it's
have to
like
take
Jane
it with the
Austen.
cultural context in mind.
here's what I think should have happened. George is like, I love you, Harriet. Harriet's like, I love you too. Great. Agricultural dude and Emma, alone, sad, together. Jane and Frank, married, annoying. There's got to be some reality here, okay? And I understand the time, the war, the things, but like, it's just, I don't like when stories end so
You work at a
happy.
publishing company that publishes fantasy,
Yeah,
right? Do you know
yes,
that? In
I'm
fact,
aware.
you don't only work there, you're the CEO of said company, right? So
Yeah.
don't fucking come here to my neck of the fucking woods and telling me you need some realism. Fuck you.
No, I'm just saying I don't like when everything ends happy in a book. I just mm.
Okay, it ends happy, but did you not see the whole body of the book where Emma was in constant peril?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Leave her in peril.
Why can't she get her
For fun.
goods? It's fun for the whole book until the very end. I just want to know want to be wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
My
Might
I'm
feelings were
so
be
hurt when you
sick.
very
wrote it.
stupid for only
Good,
just now
good.
realizing this, but I think that's why I like it Jane
My
Austen so
feelings are
much.
No, I
Because
don't.
fine
I
because I
Maybe
know
wish
I
I'm
I
right.
don't.
lived
Maybe I'm not
in that
supposed to
version
get
of
it.
reality where
Maybe I'm just
nothing
not
is going
supposed to
on.
get it.
It's
Paper
just
girl, you got some
vibes.
things to
You
unpack in
break your
therapy, I
ankle at a
think.
Maybe it's
neighbor's
just
house and you just
not
move
for
in for a couple
me.
of months. Like
Because
that
okay, but
is
here's
my
the thing
dream,
also, I took
actually.
a whole Jane
That
Austen
was a Wuthering
class in
Heights
college,
reference,
and
by the
that's where a
way.
lot
Not
of
even Jane Austen.
my opinions
Then
and
why are you
my
sitting
dislike
there
of Jane
with your
Austen
little
came
like
from.
So my thing is, why'd you take the class if you weren't going to do the work? Because clearly you phoned it in the whole time.
Yeah,
We're gonna move on to
I know what
Clueless,
happens in Jane
which,
Austen too. That's why
if
I
I'm
brought it up.
speaking
Do
my
it.
mind,
You
I'm
I
think
not very
that
love
I'm
excited.
Clueless.
just
I love Clueless
somebody
way
who
more than
doesn't
I
know what's
love
going
Emma,
on. I know
and that's
exactly what I'm
because
doing.
I
Okay?
don't give a fuck about the 1800s, but I do give a big fuck about the 90s. Okay, got a huge
Fair.
fuck to give to the 1990s. No, it was not. I was born in
Oh.
2001. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was of age to be in JJ's classroom when she was teaching. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep.
I am
You were
I
a
am but a
freshman my
baby.
first year teaching.
Yes, I was. Yes, I
Uh-huh.
was.
Yeah.
Shout out to 2015. So,
That's when I met my husband. I met my
That I
husband in
don't know.
2015.
and I was
Actually, yeah, I
doing
think you're right. I think
geometry.
there were a lot of people who
So,
weren't really literate
I like the
at that time.
90s despite being born in 2001 because
No,
fun
but they had
fact,
like
if you
those
were
penny
poor
papers
and
and
a child in
stuff,
the 2000s, all of your
and like the
toys and
pulp
media that you
novels and
consumed
the
was, in
what's it
fact,
called?
from the
The
90s.
cereals.
So I had the 90s kid experience because it was all hand-me-downs.
I
Listen,
wouldn't know.
I
I
will
wasn't
say,
there.
having grown up through a majority of the 90s, like, were great. I feel like they were one of the
Yeah,
last good generations. So I'm here for it.
I agree. I do agree. But so I just wanted to explain why I enjoy the 90s. It's because I had them. I had my little poor version of them. Anyway, so Clueless was directed by Amy. I have to laugh about this and I'm going to edit this out. The last name's Heckerling. Clueless was directed by Amy Heckerling and released in 1995. Okay.
Is
It's a
that
classic
what a
teen
governess
movie
is?
and a pop
I
cultural
don't.
icon of a film.
Okay, because I don't think
That's
that's
like
always
peak
the case.
90s too. It's not like
Yes. It was
92,
in
93.
the
Like,
fucking
mhm.
center of the decade. And
Yeah.
it grossed over $88 million in the box office. In the 90s, when tickets were cheaper.
Hmm.
Okay. Adjusted for inflation, that's more than that. Do I know how much more? No. Is this a finance podcast or why are you grilling me right now? Anyway, no one's grilling me. Um, okay, but its budget was only 12 million. Thank you. I didn't know I had to pull that one out, but it's not even written down. I just have that memorized. Big fan of Clueless. Yeah. Yeah. I should have had more numbers for Numbers George. Um, listen, you got a good one. You got a good number. And that's all
Hold
you
on.
get as a
Huh?
treat. So let's
Can
get
you
into
tell me what
this,
those words
okay?
mean?
Cher Horowitz is a rich, privileged, and cunty young woman with a keen eye for
Long for Harry.
matchmaking. She's also like super smart. Okay. She's
Oh,
super smart. Um,
okay.
I don't want to like really get
I'm over
into
here
it,
trying to
but
figure
there's
out
a
like
scene in the
what
beginning
like queer
where
slang
is
you're
it
saying because
Cuba?
I'm like not
Is it
cool and I
Cuba?
don't know
I think
what
it's
words
Cuba.
mean.
She's in
And you're just
I
making
believe
shit
it's
up
Cuba, yeah.
as usual.
She's in a class,
Okay.
right? And she's debating whether or not I think it's if the US should lift the embargo in Cuba. I
I
might be
got it.
wrong.
I'm with it now.
And she uses an analogy talking about planning a party. She goes, well, if you plan a party and you send out a bunch of invitations and no one RSVPs until like the day before, well, then you've set up like 12 plates, but 400 people are coming. What do? You get off your ass and you do it. Whatever. Like she's like going, right? And it's an analogy for the political situation being discussed. And it's actually a really good analogy in the
Hot
context.
priest?
But because it's about like
priest.
planning a party, it seems superficial and out of
I
touch.
figure
And so
close enough.
I really like that in the film because it shows that she's actually very intelligent, but appears to be like a ditzy
No.
blonde little
He's a
rich
priest
girl,
assistant.
right?
We've already established this.
Because she is also that. She is also a ditzy blonde rich girl. But her best friend, Dion Davenport, is also rich and serves cunt on the daily and is also dating a guy named Murray. Okay? Kind of love Murray. He's kind of fun. But he's not important at all. A little bit. Anyway. Yeah. He's fun. Cher's ex-stepbrother, Josh, okay, is in town visiting their father during a break from university. Ex-stepbrother in the fact that Cher's mom died when she was younger. I think it was from a liposuction accident, if I'm being
That's
correct.
horrifying.
Yeah. But that was also to show, because in the 90s, cultural context, it was vapid to have any, I mean, it still is kind of portrayed this way, but it was vapid to have any sort of cosmetic surgery done. So to show that like Cher gets her like vapidness from her mother or whatever, I think that's why that's the details of her death. Anyway, but so Cher's mom, dead since she was young. Cher's father, lawyer, by the way, great guy, marries another woman. This woman has a son, Josh. Cher's father, yes, Paul Rudd. Cher's father, mother, they get a divorce. Right? So now they're not connected at all. However, Paul Rudd, Josh, wants to be a lawyer and loves Cher's dad, like a father. So Josh still spends time with Cher's father. But Cher and Josh are not legally or blood related at all. Does that make sense? But they were step siblings. So that is still present and should not be ignored, but just want to clarify they're not active step siblings. So there's that. Anyway, but Josh and Cher do not get along because Josh is super serious and idealistic, and Cher appears to be superficial and vain. Let me tell you about how smart Cher is. Cher and Dion, my beloveds, take it upon themselves to set up two of their teachers in a love match in order to get Cher's C changed to an A in one of their classes, right? Because she didn't do the work and she couldn't argue her way up to an A. So she's like, we have to take drastic measures. They set up their teachers and it fucking works. It like fully works. The teachers fall in love and then her grade gets changed to an A. It's
Completely
bananas.
ethical.
Completely. So shout out to Miss Geist and Mr. Hall for real. My OTP. But then Ty Frazier transfers into their school, and Cher immediately decides to take
Is
Ty,
this
a
the Paul
Bostonian
Rudd
with a
in this
wicked
equation?
accent, and give her a Beverly Hills makeover
What?
in order to help her with the new cultural climate of the West Coast. Okay. Ty is currently being sought after by
You
the
don't even
stoner
know what I'm
skateboard
saying.
kid,
You haven't seen
Travis
the fucking
Birkenstock.
movie.
No relation to the sandal. No, it's Birkenstock. Like, no, it's Birkenstock. Is being pursued by the stoner Travis, right? And Cher's like, no, no, no,
We
no,
don't know
no.
that.
I think the fuck
We don't know
not,
that.
actually. Thanks, though. She says that she can find someone better for Ty. So the first thing she does is set up Ty with one of the more popular and upstanding guys at the school, whose name is Elton Tisha, also unrelated to the John. All right. But alas, Elton doesn't want Ty and instead tries to make out with Cher in his car on the way home after a party. As if. That's from the movie.
I've
I
heard the
actually,
quote. I haven't lived under a rock. I just choose
yes, you
to be
have.
under one.
I will say, for everyone at home, by the way, I did in fact teach Clueless to my children, my freshmen, because I felt like it. And I did have a bunch of them saying, as if, all over the school. It was a great time. Anyway, so he tries to make out with her. Mind you, she's like trying to hook him up with Ty. So she gets out of the car, humiliated, stunned. What the fuck? Why are you coming on to me? God, I'm not even into you like that. He drives away. He drives away. It's the middle of the night. She's drunk. Okay. Anyway, so he's gone. Cher gets fucking mugged at gunpoint. Gunpoint by a fucking loser with no fashion sense.
Who's
And she is
Rachel?
forced to call Josh to come pick her up, right? Mind you, she's in like the
Oh.
cuntiest pink coat. It's got feathers on the cuffs. It's exquisite. It really is. The fashion in this film cannot be understated at all. It is phenomenal. Okay? Anyway, so Josh picks her up and they start sort
I
of
have-
bonding a
I
little
have
bit
seen
over
that video.
this. But they're still not quite there yet. They're
It
still
did
not at
not-
like
It did
a
not stick
good
with me, I'm
position
sorry.
relationship wise. They still sort of hate each other. But then another new student, Christian Stovitz, transfers into the school. People are just pouring in. They're just pouring into Beverly Hills. Okay. He's so hot. He's so hot. And Cher wants him so bad. She's like doing the little biting her pencil thing. She like drops things on the floor so she can look at them. Like it's very 90s. Okay. Might as well be doing the bend and snap at this point. Like we're at that point, right? And so the two start hanging out, right? And they go to the mall and they're going on little dates. Eventually, Cher invites Christian over to her house. And he accepts. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come over. Woohoo. Cher puts a whole roll of cookie dough in the oven. Like she takes the cookie dough roll, she takes it out of the packaging, and she slams it on a cookie sheet as the roll, and she puts it into the oven. She does this because she read somewhere that if you bake cookies when a guy comes over, domestic stuff, like, 'cause they'll smell it and they'll be like, wow. It
Wifey
doesn't work because
material.
the cookie log does burn because she forgot about it. So,
Ew.
and he pulls it
No.
out. He pulls it out of the oven. He's like, "What is this?" And she's like,
You like that
They're
one?
done." I fucking love this film. Anyway, so and that's not at all important to the plot, but it is so fucking funny to me. Anyway, so Christian comes over. The two start watching a movie, and Cher is like putting on the moves. Right? She wants him, but like nothing happens. What the fuck? Eventually, Cher finds out from Murray, Dion's boyfriend, that Christian is a flamer, a queer, a gay, a homosexual. Okay? So obviously that's why. Because Cher's hot, Christian's hot, they should be together. But no, Christian's gay. And I just want to point out this is the parallel to instead of Christian being gay in the book, he was just having sex with someone else. Right? So that's that character. Christian is Frank. That's just insane to me. But anyway, they do remain friends though, because Cher needed a GBF because it's the 90s. After that weird little plotline that happens, Cher's life takes a nasty turn as she fails her driving test and then drops in popularity below Ty, the Bostonian with a wicked accent. What the fuck? Cher, being so depressed and absolutely over it, right? Comes home. Ty's at her home. Her Beverly Hills mansion? What are you doing here?
I
Ty
think you
confesses her
might
feelings
have
for
been meaning to say
Josh.
stepbrother
And
this
Cher
whole
like
time.
totally flips and says that Ty isn't
How
right
are they?
for Josh.
How are they related?
Oh my god, Cher's being a bitch right
Brother-in-law,
now. What
how?
the fuck? So Ty leaves. She's upset, obviously. I get
No,
it. Valid.
no, you
And then
can't.
Cher's
What
like,
do you mean you
a
don't
little
know?
mean, and she starts reflecting on everything. And then boom, she gets it. Cher loves Josh.
Because in
Who would
Clueless, I
have
know it's
guessed?
her
What the
brother.
fuck? So in order to become good enough for Josh, right? We're almost at
They're
the end,
not
I swear.
blood related,
Cher
and
begins
it's not
helping
like
her
a
community.
fetishy
She's like,
thing.
okay, well, he cares
So it's
about like
fine.
initiatives and
But-
stuff. So she does a bunch of stuff. Like she cleans up the beach, she like donates stuff, da 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 da, whatever. And she eventually patches things up
So
with
it's her
Ty.
sister's
And
husband's
then
brother.
one thing leads to another. Her and Josh, they
Okay,
do start dating.
that
Great.
was the information that I needed.
Everything's
because,
great,
okay,
joyous,
confession time.
whatever.
I have never read Emma.
There's a wedding
I
at
have
the end,
only
but only
seen
one wedding. And
the
it's the
Gwyneth
teachers
Paltrow
from the
movie
beginning.
and
This guy's
Clueless.
to
I haven't
Mr.
even seen
Hall.
the Anya
And
Taylor-Joy
then
one.
when they
So
throw the
I am in
bouquet,
fact a little lost.
Cher catches
and
it,
I am just
and then she
patiently
makes out with
waiting until we
Josh
get to talk
in
about
front of
Clueless, 'cause I
everyone,
love that movie.
and that's that. And Ty is dating Travis. How do you feel?
I'll probably watch it.
Well, yeah.
It feels. I think this is the difference between the two, as far as like how I feel about it. The plot of Emma is better for a movie than a book, in my opinion. So I think it transfers well. Like you're saying all of this stuff during the book, and I'm like, the fuck? But then you're telling me the same stuff about the movie, and I'm like, well, yes, that's a good movie.
Right. It is a very good
So,
film.
It is going to be on my to watch list. I'm working my way through a lot of movies that people really enjoy that I have not seen. And I'm still reeling from one of them right now. So maybe this will be the next one to help me pick myself back up again.
What are you reeling from?
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
I fucking love that film.
I watched it for the first time while I was at my mom's, and it has absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah. BPD representation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
it was. It was. Yep.
You saw Jim Carrey and said, oh, this will be fine.
I saw Kate Winslet and thought, you're a manic pixie dream girl I can believe in. Then I watched the movie and was like,
And it's funny because
and
she was manic.
I didn't know very much about the movie either. I just knew that people really loved it. So I went into it pretty blind. And like I'm still every day, it's been a week since I watched it. Every day I'm just like, okay, maybe today's the day I'll watch something to get better.
Yeah, Clueless is great for that. Clueless is fantastic for that. It's so good. I mean, you'll finally understand some of the references I'm sure that you missed out on in the 90s because of it. Like you heard them, but you didn't know where they were from.
JJ,
and
what's
then
on
you'll
your
watch
mind?
this and you go, oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. You'll be like, oh my God, wow.
I was gonna say it's already bad enough. Like it'll just get worse.
Oh, it
Fine.
will get worse if you watch this film.
It's like when I watched Schitt's Creek and I was talking like Alexis for like way too long because it just influenced my voice.
So yeah, I guess the takeaway here is that I love Clueless and I think Emma's fun. And I think Jane Austen is the bee's knees. And everyone here agrees with me. So yes, everyone here agrees with me. Everyone at home agrees with me. Thank you so much for clocking in for the Witching Hour. To share your opinions on our opinions, head on over to our social media accounts. All links and information can be found in the show notes, and we'll see you next shift. Bye!